Yo, guys, it's Old Man G here back again with a brief, because I'm going to be heading on to some bantering in a second. A brief match review. Liverpool versus Manchester United is going to be a very, very, very big game for Manchester United going to Anfield tomorrow, 4:30 UK time kickoff. And remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter and X and smash the notification button, guys, for the latest Manchester United football news. Apologies due to the lack of a Red Devil Live. Something came up, but we'll hopefully bring it back again on Monday coming. So thanks everyone. Thank everyone who's going to be watching on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, etc. Anyway, it's a big game. It's a big game. It's a big game. It's a big game. It's a very, very big game. You know, I can't remember the last time, as I said, there's been a bigger game as this, where Manchester United Manchester have been first and Liverpool have been second. I don't think this is obviously going to be a title decider, but it's definitely a 6-pointer. Shout out to Damien in the comments, by the way. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So, literally, I cannot remember a time when there's been such a massive game as this. It's so big for Manchester United. And what I would say, Lil Merkel, we will never walk alone. Shout out to the Liverpool fans that might be watching. Respect. No, I mean, it's big. I'm lost for words. It generally is a big game. And the pressure is actually on Liverpool, in my opinion. The pressure is on Liverpool because, quite frankly, if we lose, we're level on points. They're obviously at Anfield. The pressure expectation is that Liverpool are going to win. That's why we are going as the underdogs. We are the underdogs going into this game. And that is liberating in a sense, because Manchester United, certainly this Manchester United team, certainly perform a lot better when we're not under pressure. And I don't think we are under pressure going into this game. And I'll give you the lineup I think is in a second. But yeah, I generally don't think we are under pressure going into this game. I think even if we get a point out of this game, I think that's still a very good result. Even though I want to win, because a win would be a statement and a massive psychological blow for Liverpool. But sorry, 2 seconds. Match. Yeah. But you know, let's go and see what we can do. Let's go and see what we can do, because you never know what's going to happen. And a Liverpool side that is obviously weakened by defensive defensive injuries, although I hear that Matty might be fit. Who knows? And obviously they're not scoring as many goals, although they're still a danger at Anfield. Guys, you just don't know what's going to happen, is the point I'm trying to make. You generally don't know what's going to happen in this game. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I generally think that with the squad that we have, we can actually win this game. And I'll take you through that in a second. But let me know what your thoughts are on the score predictions. Do you think that we can win this game? Do you think that we're underdogs? Do you think that we should win this game? If we lose this game, what do you think that means? You know, let me know in the comments, guys. Just let me know. Let's literally go into starting 11, 6. I don't have a lot of time. And I say apologize for lateness, but this is what I think the starting 11 is going to be. In goal, David De Gea. There's no debate. It's going to be David De Gea. The centre-back pairing is where I think things are going to get a bit interesting, because Lindelof is obviously back. He had a back issue. The only injury concerns, according to Solskjaer, is Phil Jones, who's been injured essentially since he's come to the club all season, and Brandon Williams. So it's going to be, is he going to pick Lindelof in this game? And for me, this is where, when we're talking about key decisions, now in either world, I'd like to play buy, maybe get Fred Pogba or Matic Pogba, whatever. But if he's going to play Fred McTominay, we'll come to that later, I'm fine with that, so long as he picks buy. I think if he doesn't pick buy, I think if he picks Lindelof with Maguire, we know what happens. We drop deep, we allow the team to come onto us. I mean, just basically look at the game against Manchester City. We played with Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford, and I'll bet Cavani will give us a bit more in that department. But we gave the advantage. You know, you should win this in tandem for being a player at CB. That might not be the case if Matip plays. I'm hearing that Matip is training, so he might play or he might be on the bench. We don't know. Remember to like the vid, guys. Like the vid. Like goes a long way. But for me, one of the key decisions is that he has to play Eric Bailly in this game. Eric Bailly has shown in the last couple of performances that him and Maguire are our best centre back pairing. So if he does against Liverpool, for me, that again shows progression in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's management, where he is now making the big decisions regarding picking the strongest team and not favourites. Because Bailly and Maguire are our best centre-back pairing. They complement each other. It works. So that's the first thing that needs to be sorted out. Wan-Bissaka is obviously going to play. I'm not going to really dwell on that. There is an argument for Shaw versus Telles, and I do think that, especially if Fabinho is the one playing, Liverpool are susceptible to crosses, as I've seen, and there is an argument that you do play Telles in this game, who whips them into Cavani. I think that should be an option that should be considered, or at least an option that should be considered in the second half. So I think Telles certainly has a role to play in this game. I think he will probably play Shaw instead, which, as a defender, will provide a better defensive cover, I guess, than Alex Telles, and be able to keep a hold of Mane, I think, he'll be coming up against. So, he's probably going to go Shaw, but I do think that Telles does have a role to play in this game, and I think should have a role in this game, definitely. Now onto the midfield. Ollie should get out of Liverpool. Exactly, and this is the fear, mate. This is the fear that I don't think that we should back off Liverpool too much. We shouldn't back off Liverpool too much. We need to. Only Robertson has been their best and consistent defender. Exactly. Fabinho has been good at centre back. I agree, but it's the other side, TAA and Trent. I'm going to come to that in a second. But Fred and McTominay, I expect, are going to be playing in this game. I expect McPassion to get it, and that's good from an energy point of view, from workforce, for trying to bully the midfield, which I presume for Liverpool will be Thiago, Henderson, and Naby Keita. That's what I assume. Shout out to the average Joe in the comments, man. Hope you're doing well. I see that's the midfield of Liverpool: Thiago, Henderson, and Naby Keita. That's the midfield that I assume they're going to play with, unless Matip is fit, in which case I assume Henderson will come back, in which case it probably will be Thiago, Wijnaldum, Naby Keita maybe, or Thiago, Wijnaldum, Henderson. That might be it. I'm not sure what Klopp's going to do. We'll see what happens, but I definitely think that Ollie will play Fred and McTominay. It's just important that he doesn't play Lindelof, because I think that does change the way that we play, and I think we're a lot more solid and adventurous if Bailly is playing. He just changes the dynamic. He just changes it. Front three, this is where things get interesting. Fernandes will obviously play. Rashford, I suspect, will play on the right. I think Greenwood's going to drop to the bench again for this game. Martial does appear to be fit. So I think Martial will probably come in, but he'll play on the left. And then I suspect Cavani will play. I suspect Cavani will play the target man. And I think we need Cavani to play, because I think that certainly from a number 9 point of view, he is a number 9. And he'll get out the defenders. And I certainly think that if provided Matip doesn't play, it will certainly give the likes of Trent and either Henderson or Reece Williams problems. So Cavani's good in the box. He's a proper number 9, not a Firmino defensive number 9. We've got to play him. We definitely have to play him. Now the only thing here is Pogba, and what Ollie's been doing recently is, he's been getting Pogba into this team, but playing him on the left and sometimes in midfield. And I do wonder sometimes whether he might do that in this game, whether he might play Pogba on the left in this game and bench Martial, especially if he's coming from injury. That is an option. There could be a Pogba and Cavani option. There is also the possibility they might play 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 like last time at Anfield. I'd be very surprised if he played 3 defenders, especially because Liverpool aren't scoring that many goals. You're just defending against Firmino. I'd be surprised. He could do it, but I would be very, very surprised if he did do it. So I expect I expect him to go over back four to him like he did against Manchester City at home, like he did again at home in the Carabao Cup. So this is why I think plus or minus Pogba on the left, plus or minus Lindelof into the bye. But I think if he goes with this team, we've got a good shot. Now, I wouldn't personally. I would actually just put Matic and Pogba in this, or Fred and Pogba, or Matic, Fred and Fernandes. So yeah, Matic, Fred, Fernandes, and then and Pogba at the left if Martial's wing. That's what I would play. Drop McTominay, play Matic, play Fred, and play Pogba on the left if Martial's injured, and then bring Martial on and McTominay on. So that's what I would do, in my personal opinion. And I'd keep Cavani up top. Shout out to Kobe, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. We're going for another 5 minutes. It's just a quick stream, unfortunately. Let's see. Salah versus Shaw. I think that'll be fine. Shaw's proven defensive that he's able to pocket no problem. So I don't have any worries about that. Please use all the white magic you have to make Man United win this game. Well, I'm going to be taking some of HH's jinx, because HH's hyping up jinx and banter jinx helps. Shout out to Kobe, man. Hope you're doing well, Chief. Lee K says, according to you, Red Devil, what would be your preferred formation players in this game personally? Thank you for the question, Lee K. I appreciate it. What would be my preferred formation? So would be 4-2-3-1. Personally, for me, I'd have De Gea, I'd have Maguire and Bailly, Wan-Bissaka. I would play Luke Shaw. It's difficult because I do want Telles for the crosses, because I think he's a better crosser. But Shaw has been, overall, he has improved. He's been pretty good. His crossing has been better, but defensively he's been very solid. And I think in this game, to start off with, you need to have that. So I certainly think the back four that you see here, I would do that. Like I said, would play Matic and Fred instead of Fred and McTominay. But I appreciate that he's going to go Fred and McTominay. Then I would play. I'd actually play Pogba on the left. I play Pogba on the left, Fernandes in the middle, and then Rashford on the right. That's what I would do. No. In fact, no. I'm going to change that. And this might be controversial, but I would play Fernandes, I'd play Rashford on the left, and I'd play Daniel James on the right. And I said it. Dan James. And people are going to go, what? Dan James? How can you play Dan James? How can you play Dan James in this game? It makes no sense. But the reality is we are the best counter-attacking team in the league. We are the best counter-attacking team in the league. And Liverpool are not going to be as compact as Burnley, as Wolves, etc. This is the thing that I think Ollie needs to get, is that we are going to have space. We're going to have space. And the worst thing that we can do is just allow Liverpool all the possession to come at us and break us down. That's a problem. We can go at Liverpool, as Southampton, so many other teams have done, and counter-attack. And because we have clinical strikers, we can score. And that, for me, is what we should do. That definitely, for me, is what we should do. Let's have a look. Shout out, get some goats waiting to be Scotsman waiting to be sacrificed. Yes, that is definitely Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's juju. I hear that. Pogba versus Thiago is going to be sweet. I agree. Shane, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well, Chief. Shane 10. I like to see a diamond to prevent midfield overloads, but I wouldn't mind a back five to stop them numbers out wide. That's an interesting thought. The diamonds, are they really going to overload us that much in midfield? Because Klopp plays 4-3-3 essentially. And I would, because if you play a midfield, obviously they don't really create via the midfield though. They create via the wings. I agree with you in the back five, but to be honest, we played them at Old Trafford, at Anfield several times in previous occasions, and we've been fine. They've not really caused us many. certainly the last times they played Liverpool, Old Trafford, even at Anfield, they've actually not really caused us that many problems out wide. When we played a 4-2-3-1, and okay, I guess a back three, back five, but they've not caused many problems. It's actually been our centre backs that have been the main issue, in my opinion. But yeah, it is what it is. Where's Pogba? Like I said, I don't think he'll come in. I think he will go with this, Ollie. However, he might play Pogba on the left. There is a possibility that he'll play Pogba on the left and drop Martial, as he's done previously, or especially if Martial is still recovering from an injury and will come back on. That's what I actually think he might do. But I'm putting Martial just because Ollie says he's fit and he's ready. Yep, like the vid, like the stream, like the vid, like the stream, like the vid, like the stream. To like the vid, like the stream, please do. Thoughts on Pogba and Fred as a double pivot? It could work, but I feel like Fred isn't that great defensively, although those recovery tackles are great. So, and I think it would be restricting of Pogba. So I want Pogba to at least go forward and cause a bit more damage, to be honest, which is why I would mind it on the left. Or if you're going to do that, play Matic. Play Bay. I had no problem with midfield of Matic, Pogba, and Bruno because I think that still is superior to Liverpool's midfield, in my opinion. I generally do, especially if Bay is playing as a centre back. You know, Cavani has to play because if Henderson plays CB Cavani could cause Henderson. Exactly. I hear that Matip is going to be fit or is in training, so we'll see. But exactly, Cavani, and I think he will. I'd be very surprised if Cavani doesn't play at all. I need Obi-Wan Bissaka tomorrow. Well, hopefully, because he has been quite weak this season. And a shout out to Jira, man. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to you, man. Now let's quickly get into the score prediction because I've got to sound off now. Let me know what your score predictions are in the comments. But yeah, guys, like the vid, by the way. Like the vid. I'm going for a draw here, guys. Mostly because of Ollie. Even though I think that we can actually go out and win this game. I generally think that we'll set up in a way, and I think that we can get a draw from this. I'm thinking a 1-1 draw in this game. I want to win, but I think the way that we're going to set up, we're going to play, there's not much pressure on us. I think a 1-1 draw is probably going to be the result. And I'm going to say Bruno Fernandes penalty, 95th minute penalty, Bruno Fernandes. So 1-1 United. I'd be very surprised if we could keep them out at Anfield. Not many teams have done that this season. Liverpool usually score at Anfield, even though they've not been scoring many goals away from home. They usually do score at Anfield. It's highly unlikely we're not going to keep them out. So if we're going to win, we've got to score more than 2 goals. And even with Cavani, I still think that might be an issue. So just get last comments before we round up. Let me know what your score predictions are in the comments. I get your point. But Thiago can get the ball in the third very quickly and Firmino will drop deep. That's true. Although he's still coming back from fitness. That is true. 93-90 final score. I wish. 1-1 Ollie plays it safe. That's what I'm thinking as well. Liverpool 1, United 0 for some money on this. Well, smash like, shout out to Bits and Bobs, man. Head over to his channel, subscribe, get him some subscribers, guys. Shout out to my bro Bits and Bobs. Remember to like the vid, guys. Kobe Miranda says 2-1. Leicester 1-2-0. That's important because Leicester are, if we lose this, Leicester aren't that far behind us. They're not behind Liverpool. So it's going to be an interesting title race, to be honest. Really going to be interesting. And final comment, because I have to go, guys. If we play 41, it could be 4 against 2 in the midfield. Plus, we can get outnumbered out wide because I don't think Rashford will track back. That is a fair point. It's just Ollie's preferred formation. I can't see him deviating from it. But would I be surprised if he did play a 5 at the back, 3-5-2? No, I wouldn't. Even though it didn't work for us last time, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's have a look. I pray we get the dub. Lee K says, this is controversial, but I wouldn't play Cavani if we play counter-attack. I would put Marshall up top and Andrew Zakrani as a sub. Yeah, that is true. I just think it just depends on how you look at it because if Liverpool play inexperienced centre-backs, I think we can really take advantage of Cavani in that situation because of his movement. But if If they don't, then I agree with you. The counter-attacking way is basically the best way, in my opinion. You know, I think I agree with you guys. I agree. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it was a bit brief, but I have to head off now. Remember, guys, if you need your channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, Unite and smash the notification button for latest match news. I will be hopefully live with a post-match reaction after the game, and fingers crossed we get a result. Come on, United. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.